Hey there, Andy here from Postaga. Some people have asked me how they can use Postaga to promote their blog post and get more traffic. I want to take this time to kind of give you some ideas maybe of the types of campaigns you can run in Postaga to help you get more backlinks, get more shares, build relationships, and ultimately get more traffic to your website. We're going to take an example of this one website and blog post, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to promote that post to get me more backlinks and more traffic. So the website that we're going to look at today is one that was suggested by someone on our Facebook group. If you haven't yet, please join our Facebook group. It's about SEO and link building and outreach, and it's going to be a great resource for you to learn more about link building and outreach and maybe give you some ideas and also give you a place to build relationships with other people doing SEO and link building and outreach. You can find it by searching for Grow Together SEO, Link Building and Outreach, or you can also find a link to it on the footer of the Postaga website. So this post comes from Megan from MTC, which is a content marketing agency in Berlin. And she asked, how can I use Postaga to promote my content and get more traffic more quickly? Because doing content and then doing link building and outreach can be time consuming. And well, that's why Postaga exists. So I went to her site and I found this post that I like a lot. It's a case study from her agency on a LinkedIn marketing strategy. And I like the piece a lot. It gives you a very unique take on doing LinkedIn marketing to drive engagement and traffic. And the content, I loved it. I thought it was very unique in particular. And there would be other websites that would want to share that content as well and link to it. So how are we going to promote that in Postaga? So I'm going to go to my Postaga account here. And there are a few different types of campaigns that I'm going to want to run. First one that I like doing on any blog post is a resource campaign. And so what a resource campaign does is it finds different resource pages. Like you may see blog posts like 101 tips for web designers or 101 blogs that you should follow or things like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to find other websites that have resource pages, and then we're going to get their contact information and then reach out to them and ask them to include our great content in their resources. Other types of campaigns that I'm going to run for every blog post I have, I'm also going to do a link roundup outreach where we're going to find blog posts or newsletters that cover our given topic or industry and regularly publish an article where they are sharing links to other people's articles. Like if you are in the SEO space, you may get the newsletter from like SEO Roundtable, where every day they're sending an email newsletter with links to articles on the internet related to SEO. Other industries and publications do this where they will write blog articles specifically for sharing other people's content, and providing that to their audience provides value to their audience. But one thing I like about roundups in particular is I found that they have a very high success rate, because when you're reaching out to someone with an article that's great quality article for their link roundup, you are saving that person time, because when you're reaching out to them and saying, hey, I know that you are actively looking for content. Well, look no further. I have a great piece of content for your audience. That's exactly the type of content that they are looking for. And so if you can provide them that content, they don't have to go searching the internet for new content, and you're saving them time. Another type of campaign that I run on every single blog post that I do is a mention campaign. Now, a mention campaign starts by finding all of the outbound links on your blog post. So those are the people that you are linking to in your blog post. Some blogs may not have any outbound links to other websites. Some other people might actively have a strategy, and this is one that I would recommend if one of your goals with your blogging is to build links, is to do this mention campaign. So have outbound links in your blog post. Then we're going to find the contact information for the other websites that we're linking to. And then we're going to reach out to them, and we can have different asks of them. And it depends on the route you want to go. You can reach out to these websites for the purpose of starting a relationship and say, hey, I wanted to let you know that I linked to your blog post in my post. Your post was great. I really thought my audience would find it interesting, and so that's why I linked to it in my post. Since we're talking now, and since our audiences are relevant to each other, would you be interested in maybe having us do a guest post on your website? That could be an ask that you have. Or you can reach out to say, are you interested in doing maybe some co-marketing together? Maybe do a webinar together? Or you could say simply, hey, I wanted to let you know that I linked to your article in mine. It would be great if you could share my article on social media. Or one other thing that you can do is when you reach out to them, you can say, hey, I want to let you know that I linked to your article in mine. Maybe you could feature our website on a press page. If your website has a press page, you can say, we were mentioned on this website. And then that way you get a backlink to their site as well. So there are a bunch of different types of campaigns you can run, but I'm going to start out by doing a resource campaign. So first I'm going to enter in, after I click resource campaign, I'm going to enter my post URL. And then Postaga is going to get the information on my post. Postaga pulls the post title and the meta information. Sometimes it's not perfect, but I'm going to go with, as far as our search keyword goes, we're going to go with content marketing because I want to connect with people who have content marketing or digital marketing related resource pages. We'll also see that there are some merge fields, and I have a resource outreach email template that is going to have a summary merge field that I'm going to want to use. So I'm going to enter in a little summary of my post here. Is an in-depth look at how an agency found success with LinkedIn marketing. So now Postaga will give me some suggestions for resource page topics that I might want to search for. And I'm going to go with content marketing over here. And so now Postaga is going to find me different resource pages. Oh, this is awesome. So all these pages that are resources on content marketing, this is great. I want to ideally get all of these websites to feature links to my website. So there might be some that you don't want to reach out to, so I'm going to scroll through these real quick. And we're getting more results, but we're just going to stop there for now just because I want to show you the next steps through this process. So I'm going to click Analyze Links over here, and then Postaga is going to get me all of the links to those websites that I was looking at. Now, ideally when I'm doing outreach, I want to find a specific person to reach out to. I want to find an author of a blog post, for example. And what Postaga does is it tries to find the exact author of the blog post that we're referring to. And these are great, but sometimes Postaga doesn't find an author automatically. And so what I can do, I have this nice nifty link here, and I can see if there is an author for this post that I can reach out to. There is not on this one, unfortunately, so I'm going to have that one blank. And so that's just to show you how that works. Then we'll click Get Contacts. And then Postaga is going to find me contact information for people at all of these websites. Now, what's happening here is Postaga is seeing if these emails are valid. And so if you see these numbers in green over here, that's the confidence rating that we have for that email being valid. We don't want to have the email bounce or be undeliverable. So if the email is a low confidence rating, we run it through an email validator to check out and see if that email will get delivered or not. And then at the very end, if we don't have an email address for someone, Postaga tries an alternate method to find and then verify that email address. So now that we look at all of this, we have a bunch of contacts to reach out to at all of these websites. So one thing you'll see here, for example, though, is that We have a lot of contacts that we found at one particular website, but we don't want to reach out to everyone. We just want to reach out to ideally the author or someone who's in charge of content or marketing at that website. Postaga also lets you know if you've sent previous campaigns to someone. So this way you can avoid maybe sending the same campaign or a different campaign to that person multiple times. So we also have a nifty button down here to remove contacts that you've sent to a previous campaign. Now, the next step for this will be setting up and then sending out an email sequence. But if for any reason you don't want to use Postaga, you can export those contacts to a CSV, and then with that CSV, throw that into your email software of choice. So next I'm going to set up a sequence. I have some saved here. I have a resource campaign, great, where at first I have one email going out, then we wait about a week, 6 days, and then we send a follow-up email. So as you see here now, Postaga uses those merge fields and customizes them for every single person. So I mentioned that, I love their resource page. I want to reach out because I had a piece that I thought would be a good addition for their audience. I suggest my post, I have a link to it, and then I have a nice little blurb about it. But if you want to get even more personalized, you can click on the email itself, and then Postaga gives you snippets from the people's resource pages. So if you can say, for example, I really like this one thing you had to say, and that helps you further personalize and tailor your outreach to that particular website, rather than you having to go to that website, find something relevant to talk about, and then go back to Postaga and then write that email. So then you can overwrite that email and further personalize that email for that website. And that helps you do this even quicker. Then at the very end, we'll schedule and launch our campaign. So that shows you a resource campaign, but now I want to do a different type of campaign. Let's go back and start from scratch. Next, I'm going to do a link roundup campaign. We're going to click Analyze Post. And then once we analyze it, kind of the same process as with the resource page, I'm going to try and find a content marketing roundup. And what I'm going to also do is try and find ones that were published in the past month, because I want to reach out to people who are still publishing link roundup articles. If I get a link roundup that was published in like 2005, there's a chance, probably a decent chance, that they're still not publishing it anymore. So I click this past month, and that limits it ideally by the past month. And then I click search, and now Postaga will find for me link roundups published in that past month time frame. Great, now I have marketing technology roundup, that's great, and so on. Content marketing roundup, great, and we're finding a bunch of articles here that are specifically about content marketing. Now, you can also run, and I should mention this because this is important, you can run the same type of campaign multiple times for different keywords. So I might want to run a campaign also for, or even just do an additional search actually, not for content marketing, but for like digital marketing. So finding a digital marketing roundup post. And I could find those in addition to what I've already searched for. All right, digital marketing roundup, this is all great. And I found a bunch of content that we're going to do outreach for as well. So I'm going to skip to the next step now. We're going to analyze our links. And like before, we're going to analyze the links. We're going to find the contacts, and then we're going to send an outreach email to them. So I'm just going to skip ahead real quick. You kind of know what this process is like. Then I'm going to send a roundup email sequence. And now I have a roundup pitch for these websites. So next, let's do a mention campaign. So then like the other campaigns you saw, we have a mention campaign, which will get our outbound links, and then we can have a personalized outreach email with whatever we want our ask to be in that outreach. Before I forget, the last type of campaign that I always run on any blog post that I am promoting is the Skyscraper Campaign. Now with the Skyscraper Campaign, what we're doing is we are finding the top ranked post on our given topic. So for example, right now, the top ranking post in Google on LinkedIn marketing. And then we are seeing all of the other websites that are linking to that top ranking post. And then we're going to reach out to those websites and we're going to say, hey, I saw that you are linking to this post on LinkedIn marketing. I want to let you know that there is a new post on LinkedIn marketing that is more in depth. It's more thorough. It's newer. It's better. It's longer. And I think your audience would appreciate that more than the article that you are linking to now. So if you could, that'd be great if you could link to this article instead. And to do this type of outreach, you do need a third-party tool for the SEO, keyword research, and backlink research. Postaga does not yet have this built in. It's on the list, though. And so you'll use a tool like Ahrefs, SEMrush, or Ubersuggest to search for your given keyword, like LinkedIn marketing. Then you'll see the backlink profiles for the top ranking posts and you can extract all of the website URLs that are linking to the top ranked post. And then you can export them into a CSV file, which is like a spreadsheet. Then you'll take that and you'll upload that into Postaga. And then Postaga will look at all of the URLs and then find contact information for all those websites. So then you can build an email sequence and reach out to them and ask them to link to your site instead of the sites that they're currently linking to. And that's a Skyscraper campaign. And that's what I do with any blog post that I'm going to promote as well. And those are the campaigns that I run for any blog post I have. So to promote any blog post, I'll always do a mention campaign where I'll reach out to the different websites that I mention on my post via the outbound links. I also run a resource page campaign to try and submit my article to different resource pages. I also do a link roundup outreach to submit my posts to different link roundups. And then also, if I'm doing this from the beginning, from scratch, I'll also generally do a Skyscraper campaign as well. So hopefully that gives you some ideas of the different types of campaigns you can run in Postaga for your blog post specifically. And so run these campaigns and you'll see that with Postaga, you can more quickly and easily build backlinks, get shares, build relationships, and ultimately get more traffic to your website. And if you have any other questions on the types of campaigns you can run, or maybe want some ideas or inspiration, please feel free to reach out. You can find us at postaga.com. You can email me at andy@postaga.com. Just don't tell everybody. I'm also happy to do a demo of Postaga with you, and I'm happy to walk you through some of the campaigns that you can run with Postaga to help you promote your blogs, or even if you don't have a blog and you just have a website with a product or service, I can help show you how to promote that to get you more traffic to your site. So let us know if you have any questions at all. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to this channel, like this video. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm, and have a great, I need like a sign off. Have a happy link building. Yeah, let's go with that.